Hey YouTube, what's going on? I just wanted to give a quick sort of follow-up update to the Dazzleaf products I purchased. I had this Dazzy box and then a Pixie, and as you can see, I'm not even bothering bringing out the Pixie. I actually tried searching for it. I can't find it in my bags, but nonetheless, I did a fair bit more field testing with both this and the Pixie, and there's kind of a reason why I'm not even bothered with the Pixie. So while sitting in here in this nice temperature controlled room, it worked all right. Once I actually took it out into the field, like outside, without even the slightest of inclement weather, I mean, even on a warm day, if there was a breeze, that thing did not work as well as it did inside, which kind of defeats the purpose. I mean, it's kind of meant to be like this discreet vape you're walking around with, and you can kind of, you know, not be seen, and it really struggled anytime there was even the remotest of even just like a light breeze. It was almost like it was just cooling down too much, and I just couldn't seem to get a proper hit that just was frustrating me the whole time trying to use it outside, because it wasn't giving me quite the same kind of hits as I was when I initially reviewed it. And the only difference was being outside, and even still, it was a warm day. It was just even just the lightest breeze, and it just has no insulation to it. So, you know, if you're, I guess, walking around inside where they allow you to, some place where they allow you to smoke, that would be fine, but that's about it. You know, once you take it to anywhere where you're probably actually going to have a use case for it, it just didn't work. It just didn't work out for me. So it wasn't expensive, so I'm not going crazy over it. I mean, it was just kind of like a throwaway try to see if I can find something like that, but it didn't quite work out. And I noticed there's a couple of the companies selling the same kind of design, so I wonder if it's just kind of like a mass-produced sort of just cheap Chinese design that gets, you know, labeled and whatnot. Thing is, this sucker actually came to the rescue. This thing actually held up pretty well. I think the only gripe with it that I came across while using this is, well, if you sit it too long, it shuts off automatically. So there's moments I'm trying to come back to it, and it's like, oh, I gotta click the 5 buttons again and whatnot. But even then, that's, I mean, understandable. You're trying to preserve battery. But the main thing was the auto draw feature, which is nice. But what I notice is when the battery starts to get kind of low, like the last third of the battery, it doesn't reliably hit with the auto draw. Like, it just doesn't as easily register. So there's sometimes I'd be hitting it and the light would come on. Oh, actually, I have to turn it on now. So yeah, you hit it and you light comes on, hits just fine, right? As soon as it gets to kind of that low 30-25%, you'll get these sort of misfires where you're starting up that hit doing the auto draw, and then it just shuts off. It just not completely shuts off, but it just stops heating it altogether. So that was the one thing there, was like, I could kind of tell when the battery's getting low, when it just can't do that auto draw anymore. Because auto draw does require more electricity, I guess, more voltage to make work than doing the button. And that's part of the reason why there's a lot of vapes do the button versus the auto draw. It just has a, you know, different set of requirements to be able to work. But overall, you know, as long as it's decently charged, and it does last. I mean, it lasts me pretty much, I don't think I went a whole day, morning and night, didn't really have to charge it. It was only towards the end of the night it was doing that. So, I mean, yeah, hits just fine. It's pretty nice. This one was kind of the redeemer. So yeah, if you need a discreet vape, these sort of little discreet ones for carts are fine, but that flower vape, not really doing it. I feel like there could be better improvements on heat insulation, that sort of thing. I don't know if I would go for those extra discreet type of vapes. I feel like there's some better options out there for flower at this point for something like that. This did the trick. So yeah, it kind of ended up being a fail on the Pixie, but a success on this Dazzy box. So yeah, if you're in the mood for a nice discreet little vape for carts, this is one to look out for. So yeah, that's my little just quick little follow-up on the Dazzleaf products I reviewed a bit ago. Yeah, if you do enjoy this content, please like, subscribe, ring that bell. You have a great rest of your day.